piece of the puzzle.
Where? Here?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! Oh no!
Oh, no.
Hole in the wall my 10-year-old made because he couldn't have his iPad. Aw, look, it's his first hole in the wall. That is so wonderful. Your 10-year-old boy is growing up just so well. I know for a fact that he's going to develop into a civilian when he's an adult. I know for a fact he'll just be such a kind person to be around. In all seriousness, though, you should absolutely discipline that child in some capacity. No way should he feel comfortable putting holes in the wall because he doesn't get to watch YouTube on his mother's iPad. That makes no sense. And it really goes to show just how powerful of a technology that is in the palms of a newly minted double-digit person. Obviously, the internet is cracked for these children, and we shouldn't be putting them in the palms of their tiny hands. It shouldn't be happening. I personally have sympathy for these parents and for that child. I want that child to be healthy, and I want these parents to be not stressed. To be honest, I didn't act that way at all with any sorts of technology except for my DS, kind of, but I didn't put a hole in the wall. I just got upset when they took that away like a normal child. Look, all I'm saying is that homeboy probably needs to speak to somebody with, I don't know, a doctorate or something. I don't know. This is strange. Strange behavior. You gotta nip this in the bud before he starts killing animals. Shout out to the Uber Eats driver who showed up and left 31 cheeseburgers with a baby like this is not my problem. 2-year-old orders 31 cheeseburgers after mom leaves phone unlocked. Let's go ahead and guess just how much money this child burned. Just how much cash was thrown right into a volcano. I know this had to cost a couple $100, not because of the product, but because of its delivery. This is Uber Eats. 31 cheeseburgers on Uber Eats will require you and everybody else you know to take out a second mortgage. Nobody can afford that. And personally, if I was a parent, I would really struggle to not jump my child because that's ridiculous. I understand that this kid ordered 31 cheeseburgers because he was elated. You know, he was euphoric after finding a little magical tool on his mother's phone that teleports cheeseburgers to his house. Look at his smile. Look at the way that he's posted up next to those hamburgers. My little man here is elated, and you can't step on that type of joy, but I also understand if the mom just quit being a mom that day. My kid painted a picture and wanted to hang it to the wall, so she used paint to stick it on. Okay, so she knows the sticky properties of paint. That's what we learned today. We learned that our sub-double-digit daughter is capable of abstract thinking and problem solving on her feet. This child is going to develop into a doctor. You can't slap this down. Now, I understand that you might have spent a lot of money on a particular paint color for that wall, and that you don't want your child's schizophrenic painting stuck to said wall. I get it. I get it. You're an adult. These are the things that you think about. I think about them too. But in my opinion, I wouldn't want to be a hater. Who wants to be a hater? And you're being a hater right now, taking down that painting. You should actually just leave it on the wall and let everybody know that your child's actually intelligent. Now we're on the other side of the bell curve because somebody just let their child apply every single sticker that they had right to the floor, and apparently it was all because the parents were more concerned about their bags than their kids, which is incredibly dangerous and irresponsible. Because while you're trying to get your bags, you know, making sure that nobody will take them, because of course there's valuable things in your bags, people aren't thinking about the floor, man. What about the floor's feelings? The floor is covered in cheap Walmart stickers forever. Imagine if you were just as vulnerable as this floor. You have no arms, you have no legs, you don't even have a prefrontal cortex. How can you defend yourself from senseless attacks from toddlers? You can't do it. Oh man, it's been a long time since I've seen anything like this. I remember doing these in like elementary school. Oh, here's your little reading log. You know, make sure that you're reading either the class books or maybe just a book once a month. I remember that. I remember if you filled out that entire chart, you could get like a free pizza. That was pretty sick. And apparently this niece knew about that and tried to forge her way to a free pizza. That is messed up. That is pizza fraud. And I personally cannot stand for that. I know that pizza fraud is legal in the United States. I know that you can steal pizza here because we have laws, but personally, I disagree. It violates my own personal moral code. I cannot stand people who will go out of their way to steal a pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut, bro. It's messed up. That is a sacred, holy place, and you should not go there with fake reading logs so that you can satisfy your selfish need for a pepperoni pizza. It's ridiculous. I hate it. It's gross. It's disturbing. And if I was the judge, this child would be given 25 years to life in prison, straight up. Little cousins found my room at a family party. Oh, no! Oh my god, that's the Coliseum, and it's on the floor. It's done. The only silver lining here is that it's Lego and that you might have a chance to put everything back if you can find all the pieces. But man, do I sympathize. Anyone with younger siblings, anyone with younger cousins, you know for a fact for whatever reason, they find your room full of all of your interests to be incredibly magnetic for them. For whatever reason, they need to be in your room. The amount of collectibles that I have lost because of my siblings is uncountable. The amount of things that have been touched, scratched, broken. It's so frustrating, but you have to just remind yourself that they're only in there because your stuff is interesting and because they want to explore it, and you can't be a hater because you would be a bad adult. But sometimes you just want to be a bad adult and kick a child to the moon.
So I hit him up and we're like, let's go to the mall. So we're at the mall and we're hanging out. It's going fine. And then he goes, hey man, can you do me a favor? I got to run to the bathroom. Can you watch my son? I'm like, yeah, sure. And he goes, can you hold his hand? And I'm like, all right, fine. You know, so I'm holding some little kid's hand. And he was gone for way too long. And this kid got nervous. And he said the worst thing he could have ever said. He goes, where's my dad? I miss my dad. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And I said the only thing I could in that moment. I'm like, well, your other father is still in the bathroom.
2 5-year-old Russian boys have used their spades to dig their way out of kindergarten in a mission planned over several days. They then walked 2 kilometers to a Jaguar showroom and told a woman that they had come to buy a car but had no money. Their parents have not lodged any complaint against the kindergarten. This sounds like a good movie plot, to be honest, but looks like the kids didn't think it all the way through. They thought about the escape, they were able to do that, but they didn't realize that they had to buy a car with money that they certainly didn't have. So, you already know that they're planning on, I don't know, acquiring some level of cash. What they're going to do, we have no idea, but they're 2 Russian 5-year-old boys. I know for a fact they're going to come up with something spectacular and movie-worthy. So let's all be patient for that Netflix documentary, all right? We're all ready for it, right? It's about to be nuts!
All for me.
Right.
All the candles for me.
Candle for me.
Happy birthday to you. Who's birthday? Happy birthday. Make a wish. Oh. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to Yay!
What's the dumbest beliefs you had as a child? Well, when I was 4 or 5, I swore that bird seeds grew into birds, thus the name. When my parents asked me to prove it to them, I planted a pile of bird seeds. The next day, there were loads of birds where I planted the seeds, showing that I was right. Oh my God, what do you even do in that circumstance? Your child just performed magic right in front of you. He told you that he could plant and grow birds with bird seeds, and you encouraged him because it's cute. Oh, my 5-year-old baby is about to put some bird seeds in the ground and maybe grow, like, I don't know, a sunflower. And then the next morning comes and you find out that your child is a prodigy at alchemy and basic transmutation. Maybe your child is actually summoning familiars and those birds aren't earthly birds but demons. Who knows?
Vanessa.
You can't see anything with the glasses no more.
This is the end.
This is the end. This is the end.
My son clogged the toilet and was afraid to tell me. This is the result after 20 minutes of running water. Ooh, 20 minutes? It only took 20 minutes to cause $20,000 worth of ceiling damage? That is absolutely insane, and I'm glad that nothing else fell from the ceiling. God forbid your whole shower and or bathtub chose to take a tumble too. I truly wonder what thoughts were going through the parents' minds at this time. Just what type of emotions were they feeling? Because in this situation, a bill just materialized out of nowhere. A giant 5-figure sum has been applied to your bank account, and you have to just react normally to that. You have to fix this. You can't live in a house with no ceiling. You have to fix it. My young nieces refuse to eat tomatoes, but can't get enough of these flower fruit, aka dark cherry tomatoes, that I grow. Well, there's your solution right there. You need to come up with a cute name for regular tomatoes, because you came up with a cool name for these tomatoes, flower fruit. So what would you guys name regular red, garden tomatoes? With the expressed intention to get your toddler to eat them. What cool names could you come up with? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's get those creative juices flowing and solve a whole lot of problems for all the parents in the audience.
So if a stranger says, "Hey little girl, do you want to come see the puppies in my car?" What do you say?
Yeah.
No.
Or yes.
No.
Or we.
No, not we. Don't switch the languages.
Okay.
What? Okay. If a stranger says, "Do you want to come get some candy with me?"
Yeah.
No, you say no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Good girl.
Oh, you're a good girl?
Yeah.
Man, we're in trouble.
Children ages 3 to 5 are truly something else. I'm a tour guide, and at one point on tour, I asked if anyone has any questions, and today a girl immediately yells out, "Have you ever killed someone? And are the bodies in the walls?" I beg your pardon? What type of question is that? Why are you curious about my murderous history? That's none of your business. Why would I tell you that, narc? Like, that's so disrespectful. You don't ask people about what crimes they've committed outside in public around other people. What are you doing? Someone ought to teach this child some etiquette.
Amen. 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 Hürmete bakacak şimdi.
Today, my 3-year-old niece, crying, accused my 11-month-old niece, who can't speak, of hitting her and calling her a bad word. And you want to know the best part? My 11-month-old niece was with me while she was downstairs. She made up a stupid story and falsely accused her sister just so I would give her my phone.
Food. I'm making
What are you doing?
I'm making food. Foodie. My food. Gummy. A gummy bear. Here's a gum.
Beckett?
Gummy bear. You got
Dude, did you put a whole roll of toilet paper in the sink?
a gummy bear?
Beckett, excuse me.
Stupid. Here's a gummy.
Did you?
Why did 9-year-old me think jizz was another word for piss? Once asked my teacher after this if I could go for a jizz in the toilet. I still to this day lose sleep over thinking about it. As you should, but that's only a sign that you've grown up, that your frontal lobe is turned on. Those moments are incredibly important because it goes to show that you're no longer weird. That's it. You're just not a weirdo anymore. And you have to giggle over those memories. Even while they're jumping you, ambushing you like they do for all of us, you have to giggle through it. Otherwise, you'll just have moments of random, painful, seething awkwardness while you're trying to go to bed at night. You don't want to deal with that. Just giggle. Just be like, "Oh, I was a toddler and I didn't have a neuron." Today, one of my 3-year-old students told me that his dad died. I teared up on the spot and gave him plenty of extra love and attention. My heart absolutely ached at the thought of him experiencing such a profound loss. But not even a couple hours later, guess who strolled in with a Happy Meal at pickup time? Ooh, someone fell for the scam. He got all that emotion, all of that attention that very day. You didn't fact check? You didn't Google? You didn't search up whether or not his dad was dead? You should have done that. For real, man, you have to have your wits about you. These kids are savvy. They just lie to motherfuckers now. And our final post of the day is simply a dream. The reason my kid is crying today is because he wishes he could have been on the Titanic, which I'm sure all of us can resonate with because the Titanic was a beautiful ship and the food they served on that ship was actually kind of decent and looked good. With all that being said, I understand why a child would want to be on the Titanic. There was a cool movie about it too. There is so many reasons for a developing mind to love the Titanic. So I really hope you didn't burst his bubble and tell him about all of the human tragedy and loss that happened during that gnarly boat ride, bro. Don't tell him. He'll find out later. Don't tell him now. Let him keep telling people that he wants to be part of the Titanic. It's cute and evidence of him being interested in history. And if we look at it that way, there's nothing to hate on and everything to giggle about. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure that bell so you get these notifications every time. Many of you guys wanted a more kind, wholesome, funny video to end this week, so I am here to provide. After extensive augmenting, the newest r/Morpah Reality episode that should be coming out tomorrow will be ready for YouTube and hopefully won't be content ID'd by anyone else. So I am so positive about that, and I'm really happy that that is finally complete. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this work without my Patreon supporters, so a big thank you to NotCool723, Daniel the Tornado, Jet Hero, Yex, Quispy, The Main Mon, Cobman4372, Flicku, Blacklist Gaming, User Deleted from Planet, Kinkle Dinkle, Seth, Twitch is Lost, Dawnbreaker Drake, Traffic Racer 124, Fisherman, The Blurred Star, Mr. Sandman, Mike, That One Girl, Loving Tate, Co-Connor Purvis, Size Federic, My Golden Experience, James Tucker, Primavera, BMX30, Cinnamon Sticks, The Fake Musician, Samantha Bellhart, Dundernass Hawk, and Noah. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one of my merch store and one of my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so I can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.